No, the truth is, producers are, you know, making your own movies is a lot of money, and there are challenges to that. Because I mean, I heard from the bird that you might be moving into, you know, like you could produce Shanty Town. Definitely, I'm sure there are times you produce your own movies, but you're actually going fully into production.
Right.
But it's a lot of money.
Absolutely, it is a lot of money, and thankfully, like I co-executive produced this one with my partner, Chidi. So, I mean, it was a lot of money, but yeah, we had the drive, we had the vision, and we knew that what we had in our hands was gold. So we went for it.
Do movies actually make money? Do you actually make money from movies? Be honest.
To be honest, I mean, if you think back a few years ago, like 10, 15 years ago, when I was shooting movies like back to back to back to back, I could do like 2-3 films in a week. You know, I mean, considering average income earners in Nigeria, if you earn like 2 million naira per film or 1.5 million per film, I'm talking about like 15 years ago, and then you're consistent on it and you're doing it, like that's all I was doing for years. And of course, you're able to save money. And saving money means, for me, I'm using myself as an example. What that meant for me was I started doing investment really quick. I started buying real estate, buying properties and stuff like that. And just literally saving and investing, just understanding where I was coming from and the fact that, look, I didn't know what my future would hold for me. So I buried myself in the work. And of course, I was doing a lot of savings and a lot of investing. And then along the line, I decided to diversify into other things, started some business. Some would fail, some would succeed, but then I had this huge drive to be an entrepreneur and to just be independent of movies. And I mean, for young people, what I would say is if it doesn't matter how much you earn. I mean, when they say the movies make money, it all is relative, on how consistent are you? I mean, where are you making the films? And what are you doing with the monies that you're making? I mean, I can't equate it to the lifestyle, but I mean, I would speak for myself.
Would you say that ladies have it better than the men?
I don't think so. I think like I said, it's relative. Some people are they come from a background that allows them know what to do with money. I mean, I come from a certain place, so I understand that you could have today and you don't have tomorrow. So what you do with what you have at the moment, it's what sustains you in the long run. So I've been, like I said, I would speak for myself because I don't know anybody's bank account. So I speak for myself. I started investing in real estate as early as 2003. I said when I moved to Lagos, as of 2003, I was buying properties in places I didn't even know where they were. Most of those properties today are valued at like quadruple the price.
And the truth is, going to businesses, you realize that not everything really sells, And as much as we want to talk about the good things, what are the things you did, a business you tried, and never worked?
Oh my gosh. The fact that I'm still sitting here today is a miracle. Like I've always loved food business, hospitality business, and I will still do it. God knows I'll still do it. So I went head on with no experience, with no capable hands into like this full lifestyle hotel, a lounge, a restaurant business in the heart of Lekki. And, I sort of just delved into it and it was a colossal failure. I just lost everything. But then, I mean, it's not like that business doesn't sell. I just didn't have enough experience for it. And I didn't have the right hands to deal with it, to handle it for me. But then, I mean, what that taught me was just a lot of lessons. And I'm still going to do it again.
Acting for you, right, is an escape for everybody. I feel like 2 decades, that's a lot. Do you get bored sometimes?
I got bored at some point and I ran, literally. I thought I was done. I thought I needed a different life. So I tried something different. Okay. For 3 years. I left and I tried the homegirl lifestyle, but hey, the thing about acting is it's sort of, it goes in really deep. Sometimes I don't think that you can really just run away from it totally. I see people that say, "Oh, I'm not gonna." And they always come back to it because it's like an addiction, Even no matter how successful you get in other fields, you'll find yourself still wanting for it.
Which is the best script you ever picked?
Best script I've ever picked. For now, I'd say Shanty.
Worst script you've ever picked?
Worst script? Gosh, I can't say that on air.
You can describe the movie.
I mean, I think the world is aware. The world knows it wasn't right. We shouldn't have done it. I had no business being in it. You know.
I like the honesty right there.
Yeah.
So you just shouldn't have done that.
No, I shouldn't have.
Did people like the movie or they really hated the
they
movie?
really hated the movie, and I think that all of us in the movie just knew that we just messed up. We shouldn't have done that.
I'm trying to guess, but let me just leave that for
Please
another
don't
day.
guess.
I'm not
No
gonna,
guesses.
I'm not going to
No
do
guesses.
that. What kind of movie, what international movie, besides the local movies, would you wish or you thought you'd have done a better job?
Well, I don't know about a better job, but I just watched The Woman King and Viola Davis. Look, I don't think I could have done a better job, but I would love to just be in such, to be given to play such a such a character. I'm such an admirer of who she is as an artist. Her power, her energy, her drive, it's just phenomenal. I really adore her.
So which movies or projects would you say were the most challenging for you in your career?
The one we just finished, the one that is in post-production presently, was really pretty. That's after Shantytown. We shot that. My partner and I, it was crazy. It was really crazy because it was so huge. It's a series as well, and it was a huge cast. So it wasn't as easy as, we didn't have it as easy as we had Shantytown, so to say. But it would be worth it because it's quite brilliant.
Based on your perception of what you're looking for, the kind of depth that you want an iniedo depth. You want to have a script and you're going to cast people now. Who come to your mind?
I mean, they're the typical ones I would originally think of, but for me, if I want to do something like that now, I would want to try a fresh face.
Okay.
I'd want to try a fresh character, not necessarily a newbie, but I'd want to look for somebody who hasn't really been exploited that much.
Okay. Would you cast a Timini?
Of course. Yeah, that would be a breath of fresh air.
Okay, cool.
To see him do something that different. Yeah?
Who did you pick for Shantytown? What cast?
I picked Chidi.
You picked Chidi Mokeme?
Absolutely. I picked Messier K.
Wow.
I picked, who else did I pick? Nse. I did pick myself. I picked Nancy. I casted Peter Psquare.
Do you think that was a cool casting for Peter?
Well, we just needed a breath of fresh air, like I said.
Would you do it again?
I would try a fresher face. I mean, so the thing about casting is you want a wow factor, a surprise element, Peter may not have been the original cast for that role, but I mean, I love that he was able to bring the twist to it. And there's a side of the story that says that the mother is Igbo. We haven't exploited that yet, all right? So we didn't get to see who the mother was. So the mother is, so there are dimensions.
Something's coming.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Look at me getting in your skin already.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. But so, I mean, Peter was one of the unexpected elements in Shantytown. I like to cast based on, not what is expected, but what the energy that you think that character, the challenge, how challenged do you think that character would be? Because it's a challenge that drives the person to a point where the person brings that surprise element. You know what I mean? Like Chidi was almost hard to sell at first because obviously he hadn't been doing anything in a while. So, but I knew that the angle with which I saw Scar, I wanted him, the grit, the not the regular way that you see a villain, the shouting.
They don't even
and
have
the
to look like a villain.
You didn't have to
before
look
to
like
cast him as a villain.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I get it.
The demeanor he had, I saw him in Abuja, and I'm like, this is Scar. And I told him, I said, I have a role for you, and that's how I started. And then we went back and forth with my partners, and we ended up with Scar. Everybody eventually saw that, okay, we think that Chidi would do this.
Because to be honest, characterization for a movie does the trick.
It does.
You can pick the right person for the wrong movie.
Absolutely.
You pick the wrong movie.
It's like Messi. When I casted Messi, there was a lot of reservations. It was our first movie. I was so convinced. I managed to convince my partners, and that was it. And Messi came in. She took it as a challenge, which is also another thing I like. I like when actors see roles as challenges. Like, you're not going to be able to do it. They don't believe you can do it because they think somebody else could do it better than you. And then when you throw those challenges to actors,
you go for it.
They go and kill it.
Do some questions really upset you? Be honest.
Oh, well, they do. I mean, considering the context,
So what questions have really upset you? that you get every
Stupid
time?
questions. Okay, the ones that upset me every time. Like, when are you gonna get married? Or why are you not married? Yeah, she should be married. I literally hate those questions.
You're a popular actress, right? And you can eat anywhere. Some people will tell you, they'll probably find you eating somewhere, maybe down roadside. You would have loved to do that, right?
I'm such a home girl. Like, I mean, there's so many things I'd have loved to do that I can do. We used to eat at Akerele, in that amala back in the day.
Amala.
Olaya there back in the day. I mean, the
yeah.
one in
It's still there, actually.
Yeah, okay, right. And now we can't do that again. But I mean, of course, the brand and society and social media. I mean, I think if not for social media, I could still eat anywhere I wanted to eat. But the fear of cameras and social media is the beginning of wisdom.
Has it done more damage to you or good?
Yeah, it's just sort of put me back in my shell a little bit. I think it just sort of allows you to exercise some restraints, which I think every human being needs to do that at every point in time.